being too dumb or just not understanding what pressure is. That's probably the main quality of an athlete. That's the general opinion about Cole Palmer floating around the internet. Those who watch the interviews are either bewildered or outright shocked by his indifference.
Cole, was this maybe the best performance of your career so far?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Some think he's dumb, but on the pitch, he comes across as one of the smartest players. I don't care what happens off the pitch. A quote from Palmer. This guy was putting up insane numbers back when he played for Manchester City's academy. His dribbling, finishing, and football IQ. All the scouts kept saying, this kid is a football genius. Let's go back to 2010 when the kid was still in damn school. He used to skip classes to watch his dad play in the local league. When he finally tried kicking a ball himself, the coach was stunned by his talent. Academies from Liverpool, Manchester United, and City started chasing him, trying to get him into their youth teams. In the end, the kid chose the Citizens. In 2018, Manchester City's academy held a meeting to decide which youth players to cut, and Palmer's name was on the list. The kid was falling behind in his development while his peers kept progressing. His performances got worse and worse. The academy was looking for quick, dribble-heavy players, and Cole didn't fit that profile. Just when they were about to part ways, the academy director stepped in and insisted they keep him. When asked why, he simply said, Cole is incredibly smart. You guys don't even realize what he's capable of. Over the next 12 months, Palmer bulked up and led the U18 team to a Premier League title, scoring 20 goals that season. He also took the team to the Youth Cup final, where he equalized and then scored the winning goal, dedicating it to a late friend. Maybe I'm not the most talkative guy, but once I'm on the pitch, it all makes sense. The next 3 years in the academy were similar. Tournaments won, good performances, but no reward for all his efforts. Sure, he got to train with the first team, but minutes? None. And this was while 19-year-old Palmer was destroying the U23 Premier League, playing against guys 4 years older and scoring 19 goals in just 1,200 minutes, about 13 to 14 games. Yet all Pep allowed was a League Cup appearance and some lousy 8 minutes in the Champions League against Red Star. Next season, he scored for the senior team, but didn't play again for a month. In the Burnley match, after the final whistle, he just sprinted into the dressing room, grabbed his coat, and left through the back door. Foden and Grealish looked at him like he was crazy. Why? Because an hour later, he was playing for the U23s and scored a hat-trick. Yes, 2 matches in one day. When asked about it post-match, he just said, if there's a game somewhere and I can play, I'll be there. Naturally, he got a few more senior call-ups. A Champions League goal, MOTM in the Super Cup match. It was obvious he deserved more minutes in the Prem. But after a 3-month injury layoff, Palmer fell off Guardiola's radar. Eventually, he got tired of hearing the same old promises. You'll get more minutes this season. So the kid who once chased every opportunity to play, even if it was an hour later, decided that scraps like 8-minute cameos weren't enough. Time to move on. As a U21 European champion, Palmer went to write his own story at Chelsea. Manchester City's management tried to convince him to stay, but Cole had made up his mind. After Chelsea's failed bid for Michael Olise, Fabrizio Romano tweeted about a mystery transfer. That turned out to be Cole Palmer. The Englishman moved to the London club for £40 million plus £5 million in add-ons. Chelsea fans weren't exactly thrilled. Spending that kind of money on some green kid? Really? He'd only played 1,000 senior minutes. At 21, Foden had 7 times that. Plus, Chelsea already had Madueke, Mudryk, Sterling, Nkunku, plenty of options for the right wing. But after a few substitute appearances, even playing in midfield, Cole finally got his chance. The team needed goals, and boom, he assisted Jackson. MOTM. Pochettino was impressed and started him against Burnley, goal and assist. Then a goal versus Arsenal, assist versus Blackburn, another MOTM versus Tottenham. He came at the end of the transfer window but plays like he's been here 10 years, said Poch. Then came a very personal match, against Manchester City. Chelsea were far from their best, while City were title contenders. But surprisingly, the match turned out to be a thriller. Goals galore. City looked to have it won, but in the 95th minute, Armando Broja won a penalty. Cole stepped up and calmly slotted it home. When journalists asked, "Were you nervous?" he said, not really. You can find tons of players in top academies with pace and dribbling, but someone this calm, tactically aware, and with high football IQ? Rare. Soon Cole was called up to the national team. On his return, he started disproving the idea that he only scores penalties. A goal versus United, a brace versus Luton, and a new celebration that became his trademark. The celebration actually originated from Morgan Rogers, Aston Villa, but Cole made it his own, and it earned him a new nickname, Cold Palmer. A wordplay, cold for his composure and icy attitude. He started the new year with 3 goals and an assist in his first 4 matches. But the team was still struggling. Just 8 wins in 21 games, 11th place, a negative goal difference, more losses than wins. And yet the one bright spot, Cole, carried them to a European spot. His late season heroics were crucial. Clutch goals versus Newcastle, Burnley, and then Man United. It started well. Chelsea went ahead, doubled their lead, but United came back thanks to Garnacho and Bruno. The ref added 6 minutes. Madueke won a penalty. Cole converted, but it wasn't over. After a corner, Cole smashed home the winner in the last minute. A hat trick. What a ride. And it wasn't even over. Soon after, he scored another hat trick versus Everton, the so-called perfect hat trick. Left foot, right foot, header. First in Chelsea's history, while everyone was arguing over who would take the penalty in the second half, Cole just took the ball and scored his 4th. By the end of his first Premier League season, Cole had been involved in 48% of Chelsea's goals. 33 goal contributions in 30 games. Only Haaland and Ronaldo had ever matched that kind of debut impact. Despite all the doubts around his transfer, it turned out to be one of the best in club history. His call-up to the national team for the Euros was only a matter of time. He even stood out in the tournament final, but it wasn't enough to secure victory this season. Cole continues to maintain his stunning form and is solidifying his status as one of the best players in the English Premier League.